You ever look at a job ad and feel like you need a decoder ring to figure out what it's actually asking for? Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're putting a seemingly simple tech job post under the microscope to uncover what the company is really saying. Let's get into it.
So here it is. This is the ad we're dissecting today. It's from a company called InfoSparkles, and they're looking for a team lead/project manager. Now, at first glance, it seems pretty straightforward, right? Urgent, team lead, MERN Stack. But as you're about to see, every single word, and yep, even that emoji, is a clue.
So, is this just some standard job posting, or is it something more? Like a detailed blueprint of the one perfect person they're desperately trying to find? Let's treat it like a puzzle. We're going to decode every line, every key word, to build a complete profile of who they're really looking for. Okay, our investigation starts with the very first clue, and it's hidden right there in the headline.
Let's look a little closer. The word urgent by itself tells us they're in a hurry, but then they add the rocket ship emoji. That takes it to a whole other level. That signals speed, serious pressure, and probably a mission that's already taken off. This isn't a role they're just thinking about filling. It's a role they needed filled, like, yesterday. They need someone who's ready to jump onto a moving train on day one. All right, let's move on to the technical heart of the ad. This four-letter acronym, MERN, is basically the key that unlocks this entire role.
MERN Stack. Sounds kind of complex, right? But just think of it as a complete toolkit for building a modern website or app. It's the specific set of ingredients this company uses, and they need a master chef who knows the recipe inside and out. Let's break down what's in that toolkit. So first up, we've got M from MongoDB. This is basically the application's brain, or its filing cabinet. Every single piece of user information, every product, every comment, it's all stored and organized right here. Next is E for Express.js. Now, if MongoDB is the filing cabinet, then Express is the librarian. It works behind the scenes, on the server, fetching the right data, processing requests. It's the engine that makes sure everything actually works. Then we have R for React. This is the part that you, the user, actually see and interact with. The buttons you click, the menus you open, the layout. React builds that entire visual experience. It's the pretty storefront of the application. And finally, we've got N for Node.js. Think of Node as the nervous system. It's the environment that lets the front end, React, and the back end, Express, talk to each other seamlessly. It connects the brain to the body, making sure everything works together as one. So, they need a MERN expert. We got that. But take another look at the title. It's not just one job, is it? It's really two. This role requires wearing two totally different hats. And honestly, they can often pull in opposite directions. The team lead hat is all about the people. You're mentoring developers, making sure the code is good, keeping morale up. But the project manager hat? That's all about the process, hitting deadlines, managing budgets, and reporting upstairs to stakeholders. So the big takeaway here is they don't just want a great coder. They need a master diplomat who can constantly balance what the team needs with what the project demands. We've got the big picture. Now let's zoom in on the finer details, those little phrases that reveal what they really expect from this person. 3+. This is way more than just a number. It's a gatekeeper. Asking for 3+ years is basically code for we do not have time to train you. They expect someone who has already been there, done that, made the mistakes, and learned from them. They need someone who can solve tough problems all on their own, starting from day one. It's their way of screening out beginners and signaling they need a seasoned pro. Now, this might be the most important phrase in the entire ad: complete ownership. I mean, what does that really mean for the person who actually gets this job? It means the buck stops with you. You're not just a cog in the machine, you are the machine. And this ties right back to that urgent rocket ship we saw at the beginning. When things are moving this fast, there's no time for a long chain of command. They need someone who has the freedom to make big decisions on the fly, but also the responsibility to see them through. It's a high-risk, high-reward position for sure. And finally, these last two little lines, they confirm everything we've suspected. Local and immediate aren't just nice-to-haves, they're deal-breakers that come from that initial urgency. They can't afford to wait for someone to move across the country or serve a 3-month notice period. The fire is burning right now, and they need someone to put it out yesterday. Okay, we've gathered all our clues, we've decoded the tech jargon, and we've read between the lines. So let's put all the pieces together and reveal the full portrait of the person InfoSparkles is really looking for. And here it is.
They don't just want a developer, they need a seasoned, battle-tested MERN expert who is somehow both a great people person and a master of process. Someone who thrives under pressure, wants to take charge, and oh yeah, can literally start next Monday. This is the blueprint that was hidden inside that simple ad all along.
So, a simple little job post ends up telling a whole story about a company's needs, its pressures, and even its culture. The real question is, what stories are hidden in the job posts that you see every day? Next time you're scrolling through openings, don't just read the lines, read between them. You might be surprised by what you find.